cross. 10:30 yesterday. Munoz. Palace had the player down. Sarr, isn't it? How good has he been this season? Palace's player of the year. 9 goals in this competition alone. The top scorer in the Conference League.
He's been brilliant. So where it happened, just caught, I think, in behind.
What a game we have to look forward to on Saturday, the Champions League final. The current holders and the French champions, Paris Saint-Germain, up against the newly crowned Premier League champions, Arsenal. Our coverage begins Saturday, 3 o'clock, TNT Sports 1. And the following day will be Wembley for the Adobe Women's FA Cup final. Lucy will be there for that. Brighton against WSL champions Manchester City. We start at 10:30 a.m. for that, all part of a super weekend live on TNT Sports and HBO Max. How will Glasner feel about the first half an hour or so?
Yeah, I think you look at it and think they started well, Palace, but can you get something from that? They've found themselves in really favourable positions, but just not got that final pass right or the cross. Making mistakes in the final third, but I think defensively, they'll be happy.
Advantage after Wharton had been clipped. Wharton with the ball forward. Mateta. Sarr back on and looks okay. Kamada. Mateta, Wharton. No free kick, says the referee, and then Mitchell goes down, and again the referee says no foul. Palazzo. Rayo looking to counter. Numbers getting forward. De Frutos. Again, it's Lacroix who comes across for Palace.
I have to say, I thought the Mitchell one was a foul. The second one, they really with the wall, they sort of getting into it. Then did look from where it was that he was caught. Mitchell, we couldn't see him because Ward was laid down in front of him.
Pino. Does work hard up and down that right flank. De Frutos.
I just think there's an energy to Rayo, there's an energy to Palace to work and close down.
De Frutos, the most expensive signing in this current Rayo squad, cost €8 million, the second most expensive in the club's entire history. The goalkeeper here, Bataya, just got down for a moment. Pointing to something in the crowd. Rayo fans behind that goal, around 11,000 of them. There seems to have been something noticed in the crowd here.
See this guy sitting on the
final 10 minutes of this first
see this
half.
guy sitting on the ball. Oh. What's going on? What is going on?
What we're hearing is that there has been a medical emergency, sadly, amongst the Rayo Vallecano supporters. So understandable the game has just been paused for the moment here. I think that information just, of course, getting across to Inigo Perez and Oliver Glasner.
What happened?
Of course, these are two clubs as well, Lucy, where the relationship between the fans and the players is felt so keenly. Really noticed that following Palace in Europe this season. And the Vallecas neighbourhood, as you said earlier, in Madrid, them representing that neighbourhood matters so much to these Rayo players.
It's the most important thing, I think, in the community and the players on the pitch. Just making sure everything's been dealt with before they
What happened to the fan?
Tayo is just having a word with the referee. The stewards are dealing with something in the crowd, I can see. So it's been dealt with.
That connection that the Rayo players have with their fans, it's increased by the fact that they actually have to park their cars when they have their games at home. They have to park their cars in the streets surrounding the stadium. So they literally walk to the stadium amongst their supporters. So this will clearly lead to a fair bit of added time at the end of this first half. Our best wishes to the supporter affected in that stand. Let's hope everyone's okay.
Okay.
Javaria. Garcia peels off to the left. Animal through the middle. Lopez. Lejeune. Horacio. De Frutos straight away looks to get the pass in. Played wide.
My God.
Lopez, who asked the question as to whether that might have been a corner, but they worked that really well, Rayo.
Just looked like he was going to pass it into the net. Lopez didn't really hit it with much pace. He's just looking for the accuracy that far. Didn't get it right at all, did he? I see Henderson just trying to look through Campbell's legs.
Looking for the perfect send-off tonight. Lopez could well be his final game for the club dealer. In June, that's a nice ball by Dina.
Okay. Okay.
And now Saar to try and return it to Munoz, just hasn't quite.
Keep in mind, he just got a yellow card, and I would expect you want him to be out of any of these wrestling matches here, but it certainly doesn't look like height-wise this is the right matchup for Rayo.
Just look at the rest of the pitch. There really aren't that many options for Rayo. There's not a lot of height in this team. Orton delivering into that near post. Mateta got a piece. Lacroix attempts the volley, and it did go out of play. The Rayo fans jeer as it goes out for the goal kick.
Well, Lacroix really had a good opportunity to put this one back in the danger zone here, and it looked like he had a lot of time and just completely misses this one. But again, these balls that start bouncing around in the box become really dangerous defensively. Got to make that first clearance, but touched on it, some of those matchups in the box just don't seem to favor Rayo. So something certainly that Crystal Palace can and should take advantage of.
Backheel towards EC. Does get to it first. Cleaned out
yellow card.
Adam Morton. He'll get the yellow card.
Yeah, Morton just a little bit late here, and don't kid yourself. They did see, didn't know the timing here and waited just enough to bait Adam Morton in.
There's not a lot of contact there. He does certainly make the most of it.
Just on the shin, but it's the type of player he is. He knows how to draw fouls in and around the box, give yourself an opportunity to swing balls in the box from danger areas because you've drawn a foul basically out of nothing.
Ceci with his head up. Lifting towards that near post, Cease with the back heel attempt. All swept away from Sarr.
Doesn't get a lot of touches, and he's got to make the most of his touches, especially today. These three big center backs he's dealing with. Again, as I mentioned, he's not a guy that's going to run in behind them and outpace you. He does the little things. Good and hold up play. Two with a good spin here.
A couple of challenges in there from Kamada do result in a free kick.
Kamada seemed to grow into this game. I think you'd like to see Adam Wharton as well get his foot on the ball a little bit and start to dictate the pace of the play.
EC losing out. Clean tackle. Kamada and Pino. And a big collision in the middle of the park. On we play through Munoz. Wharton wanting it and returning for Munoz. Lovely ball. Munoz is late cross, takes a couple of deflections. The appeal is for handball against Munoz. The referee will blow his whistle and give that handball against Daniel Munoz.
Okay, handball.
This is a good ball played in behind it. See, Chavarria comes across
handball
the
against the Palace.
Munoz. It's not the racing hand, it's the hand that's up in the air. Referee waits a second to see if Rayo can win this and get forward. Eventually blows the whistle. I think that man there, Oliver Glasner, would like the sequence there and like the movement off the ball.
Going down Garcia. Will be offside against Alvaro Garcia.
This game's really been played between the two boxes here from both sides, right? They've been able to get into those areas fairly easy on the way that they both want to play, but no shots on goal yet for either side. Only 3 shots total each. A little bit more possession here for Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, for Rayo. Crystal Palace at 42%. But again, you got to make something with all the possession that you have.
Of course.
Riyad. Lacroix. Pino with a challenge. He can still play that second ball. Covering in from Lejeune. Well done there to just lift to safety there from Unai Lopez. Was covered well in midfield, Unai Lopez. Here's Camvo. We'll have a decent amount of first half stoppage time after that delay due to the incident in the crowd. There it is, 4 minutes added at the conclusion of this first half. Space here for Mitchell. Guided back, but well recovered here from Ratiu. Has to be careful, he gave it away. Mitchell lifting towards Mateta. Sisu won the aerial challenge.
Watching Palace be
Boy, I
playing.
don't even want to swing that ball in the box, but that run by Pino down the left side, he was wide open had it been slipped in. You can see a little bit of frustration after the ball wasn't played to him.
Wharton well found, lifts it towards Mateta. They are looking for the big Frenchman.
Really been quiet today. Rayo's done a good job with the ball served in the box.
Wharton lifts free header for Mitchell, who steered it wide. Best chance of the game comes for Crystal Palace, and the left wing back couldn't steer it goalwards.
You said best chance of the game, no doubt about it here. Mitchell gets in behind De Frutos, so just kind of slows up and stops, and he's got the entire goal to look at here. What a ball played in by Wharton. He's been quiet the entire game so far, and that one needs to find the back of the net. Mitchell here gets it all wrong from just 3 or 4 yards out. What a ball played in. Oliver Glasner certainly waiting to see that thing hit the back of the net, and Rayo gets let off the hook here. And there you see some of the reaction, probably the reaction everybody has had And Inigo Perez, no doubt, having a word with De Frutos, who just completely loses his mark at the back post.
Oliver Glasner was about 80% of the way into his celebration. He thought that was going in. I think we all thought that was going in. At the very least, to force a save from Batalla.
And it would have had to been an incredible save from that distance, right? You have to almost guess as a goalkeeper and hope it hits you, but Tyreek Mitchell, boy, what an opportunity that was.
He missed the opportunity.
Cease. Batalla chipping it into Unai Lopez. There's a calm operator in the middle. Will take the extra touches to safety. Camvo finds it into Kamada. Daichi Kamada.
Can they do it now? Crystal Palace, can you people do it now? Nice
Free option on the
cross.
back post is Munoz, who goes up to win the header, but never able to find it back towards a fellow Red and Blue shirt.
And again, Kamada running through the midfield, right? 10, 15-yard burst, getting everybody on their heels, breaking the initial press, and then they get into that set moving forward. Seems to be a bit of a formula here for Crystal Palace and finding some success. And how about this ball by Adam Wortman? Boy, Tyreek Mitchell had everything. He hit Batalla at his mercy here. Yeah, and that certainly is a justified reaction.
You just wonder how many chances are going to come like that in a game of this magnitude.
I believe say Palace will score these people before first half.
You saw the danger of Wharton there, right? Really hasn't been on the ball all that much, but you give him time, you give him space, and the opportunity to look up. And he delivers a peach of a pass.
And there is the halftime whistle.
Okay.
Palace ever so close to finding the opener. Just on the stroke of halftime, but Tyreek Mitchell couldn't find the goal with his header from 4 yards out. As it is, we arrive to the break with your score. Crystal Palace 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. This final between two sides who never